So like if you're showing up right with your husband and it's a woman realtor and she's body is showing and stuff like that, how you feeling?
He like, what you trying to please here? He like, baby, I think we should get the house. And I be like, should we? Should we get the house? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I think I'm gonna find another one and I'm gonna book with somebody else. That's what I'm gonna do, ma'am. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be a little weird. Yeah, cause yeah, it'd be weird. So you in the next room. You just
Stop.
go over there
The
and listen
conjoining
to
rooms. All right, let's do a podcast. Welcome to In My Bag with Backpack Jeff and Cookie B. You got her, you got me. What's going on, y'all? Y'all know what it is, man. We talk about personal development and entrepreneurship. And today we got a spicy topic for you. I'm gonna tell you what it is
Ooh, spicy.
after we talk about our wins, though. Talk
Yes.
to me. What's something that
Ooh.
you was winning at this
This
week?
week I was moving through oh November photo product projects and stuff. So
Ooh,
kind of cleared out my queue all but
okay,
one, but my due date not till next week. So
okay.
everything else is
How them
done.
November photos coming?
They're great. You are the last one. Y'all gonna be out this week, but everything else for November is cleared out. So
I love
that
it.
was a win.
That was the win. What
I
else?
just
What
gotta
else you
beat my
got?
deadline with y'all, and I'm like, then I'm really winning. If I beat the 11th for you.
I love it.
So yes, yeah. But there's that. What else happened this week?
You had a poetry event
I
just
did. I
just
just
now
came
came.
from a poetry event.
Okay.
That was really cool. I made some great connections there
Okay.
to other community and youth organizations out in Baltimore City.
R&R business.
So
Go
I'm
back two
excited.
episodes and listen to that.
It's so tight. It's so tight. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, yeah.
Repeat that repeat
That's
and
it.
referral business be
Best
it, yo.
ever.
I'm telling you. Like
Hmm.
that's when you don't even have to try.
Yeah, so I actually had a client yet on Friday who I met at an event I shot November 19th. I was like doing a photo booth for an event, and this lady had hit me up on Instagram earlier this week on like Monday looking for a Friday photo shoot. And I'm like, she trying to shoot in 4 days. I'm like, you got any other dates? She's like, no, this is kind of the only one that works. And it worked out. I was like, okay, I can make it work. I didn't know who I was talking to. I tried to like zoom into people's Facebook and
Mhm.
Instagram profiles on their private pages. So like, do I know you? It's like, I don't think I know her. So went through this whole spiel and I walked up and I'm like, she's from that event. It
Right.
was so cool. So yeah, I was really excited to see them, her family. And yeah, I'm about to be pushed off to all their friends. So
I love it.
so
When you
excited.
do good work, it's so much easier to continue to get business, to continue to want to have people that actually want to work with you.
Yeah,
So
that's dope. What are your wins? What you got?
okay, she asked me, y'all. Oh
Yes.
snap.
Ooh.
So this week I got offered a program director job.
Yay.
And I didn't even go for a program director like position. Like when
Interesting.
I mean, look, this ain't no flex. I'm just sharing some things in my life that's
It's
working
working
out,
out.
right? Um, I went there and I told him, I was like, hey, look, I'm not really feeling my job right now. They didn't say congratulations after my wedding. I was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like after I came back from the wedding, I was off for 10 days. You should have at least said congratulations,
Yeah, I
asked
love
me
you for
about it or
real.
something like
They were
that. They
sad.
didn't do none of that, yo. And I was kind of upset about it. And so I was like, I'm really in a space right now in my life of appreciation. And
Yep.
because I felt like they didn't appreciate me, I got to move on. So, I do training. I train employees and stuff like that. Ask them, what type of training do you do for your employees? So after we had that conversation, it was me, him, and then two other of his employees. I was walking out and he was like, hey, real quick, I didn't want to bring it up in there in front of everybody, but, you know, have you ever thought about being a program director? He was like, part-time or full-time, whatever,
So
it is
whatever
you
you
want to
can give
do.
us.
Yeah, whatever it is that you want to do. I was like, I will have a conversation about it. I would have a conversation about it for sure.
Okay.
And then he was like, yeah, whenever you feel like it, I said, no, we're going to do this next week. No. Because you're not about to go home and think about that over the weekend and be like, dang, I ain't really want to offer him that. So what I'm going to do, sir, when I get back to my office, I'm going to send you this email and I'm going to send you available dates next week on Tuesday and Wednesday so that we can go and we can do lunch and we can talk about this job offer, right?
Nice.
So with that being said, I posed the question, would you take a high paying job or would you bet on yourself?
Ooh, this is funny. Oh, want me to answer this?
Yes.
Okay, I had a job offer a couple weeks ago, right?
Uh-huh.
I've been entrepreneuring since January, just all the way full time.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a job offer a few weeks ago. So I would say I would answer the question no, because I accepted this job, right? I had a start date. It was like I accepted it for like a 3 weeks out start date. And I was like, I got some rhythms. I think I can do both, right?
Right.
Just for me to 5 days before I was supposed to start have absolutely no peace about it. And when it was like Thursday to Monday morning, and at like 5:30, the day I was supposed to start, I sent an email and was like, I'm not coming. It was so, I was like, this is the first time I ever felt like this. I just feel like, I was okay with it for the couple of weeks before I was supposed to start. It was like,
right.
I think I was just busy, and then the closer it got, the less peace I had. Like restless nights, like that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I was like completely restless. I'm like, okay, like what's going on? Like it's clearly this job. I think I hear the no. I hear it loud and clear. But they were offering me well more than I ever made before, and it was just like tell him no. I'm gonna tell him no. Okay, it's fine. Okay. We'll just see what happens. So sent the no email. Got a text at like in the 7 o'clock hour from the supervisor who would have been over me. He's like, I just hope everything's okay. And I'm like, yeah, everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Just chose to bet on myself.
I just had to. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
To answer your question, I would say I would definitely bet on myself.
I like that. And so. Honorable for sure. Love that. Love the gumption to be able to bet on yourself. And I think that we have to get to a point where we're betting on ourselves. Mm-hmm. Now, to everybody, okay, this isn't saying to you, quit your job today and jump out the window with it, like Ron Brown said. That's not what this is, right? This is do what works for you and what's smart for you, because I decided to take the meeting because if I can do it, right now, I've got 2 full-time jobs, plus I have my entrepreneur business, right? If I can do this program director part-time and still make the full-time money, that's taking 20 hours off of my plate, but then giving me the same money in return, because I still got responsibilities, y'all. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, right, like that, like Angelica said, I got sponsitilities now. So I still have stuff that I have to do and I have to take care of, right? And people that I have to take care of. So I have to make sure and I have to make those things happen. So I'm gonna take the meeting, and I don't know what's gonna come of it, right? So I don't know if it could work. I don't know if they're going to require me to go in person, all of that good stuff. I got to figure that stuff.
It's like, am I coming in person or can I do this remotely?
Right, because that's...
If I got to come in, it might be a hard no.
It's definitely a hard no, especially in Baltimore. I'm not driving from Clinton to Baltimore.
Yes, no.
Hell no. Like not on nobody's.
You don't need to see me ever.
Absolutely not. Yeah, there's no reason that you would need to see me.
No, not at all. Not right. Not unless it's, I'm volunteering. I'm choosing to come up.
Absolutely. Like, come on now. I just had a very successful meeting with, I think, my first big project. So I think I'm moving towards also serving a more prestigious clientele. And so we just had our second follow-up meeting and stuff like that just a couple of minutes ago. We met for about 2 hours, kind of got some understanding in terms of what my role in his business is going to be on the operations side, because I realized that I'm not an executor. I'm a thinker.
Visionary?
Yeah, absolutely. That's me. I've got the ideas, and I can show and I can train people on how to do stuff. I just don't that's why I need a podcast editor, because I can show you how to do it, right? You know what I'm saying? I can learn it real quick. I can show you how to do it. It's just that that right there is going, That's going to be the one.
Yeah.
So I had that meeting. It was very successful. I think we've come to an understanding. In the midst of that, I also pitched someone else the same exact deal. They accepted. So I think they also, some stuff in my life is working out right now, yo. It's going well. So we got that worked out. But yeah, that's where my wins are.
Good stuff.
Yeah. I want to talk about appreciation, right? Because like I said, I don't really feel appreciated at my job.
Yeah, that made me think, like, what is a feeling of appreciation, right? Like, because, when in regular things, it's like people appreciate things differently. So it's like, have you ever felt appreciated at this job, ever
No.
in your time there?
Not at all.
Do you think is it something that they value, right?
No, not at all.
Core values and stuff. Okay.
Right. I don't think that it's a part of their core values, appreciation. When I came back to this job after being fired from it the first time, I told the people that I came back with, I said, nothing in this business is personal. It's all nothing in this business is personal. It's all just business. What does she want? Watch it. Okay. Hello.
You should probably do the intro. Hey, you home?
No, I'm recording a podcast right now, and this is going to be on YouTube.
Hey, friend.
Get off my phone.
You gonna call my phone and tell me to get off? What?
She like, you could have let me go.
And hung up on me? Like, what you on my podcast? God dang. See, this is why stop calling me so much, yo. I love you though. You know what I'm saying? But I be working and stuff, yo. I'm trying to tell her, man, like I'm trying to do millionaire stuff, yo. And it's gonna require a lot of absence out of your life right now.
It's gonna call for a lot of phones on
and
stuff too.
But so no, I've never felt appreciated at this job. And I think that it's not in their core values as a company, right?
Okay.
I think that nothing they do is personal. It's all just business.
Gotcha.
And I don't think that that's a healthy business model.
Yeah. Why not?
Because if you want people to work for you and do it well, you have to show them that you appreciate them. And that also the customer isn't always right? That narrative of the customer is always right. That's not always true, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, it's like the idea of it's like you taking care of home first in a sense,
right?
Before you go take care of the world. You think about family models and things like that. It's like you can be everything for everybody outside of this house, but the people in this house don't have your presence, don't feel appreciated, don't feel valued in a sense. And now you got chaos in the interim, and you wondering why they're not on board with things that you're doing otherwise. So you got to take care of your people.
You gotta take care of your people. People will literally work much harder for you when they see you're willing to go to bat for them. When you're willing to like take up for them, right? Good leaders take up for their people, right? So and something as small as, hey, congratulations on the wedding. Hey, how did it go? Oh my gosh. You know what my supervisor did? Scheduled me on a Friday when I was coming back. If I've been out for 10 days, why are you scheduling a meeting with me on a Friday? It's Friday. Who really works on Friday?
People,
nobody. You know what I'm saying? We're just here physically.
Yeah, and then it comes with, that's wild. But
we never meet on Friday. Our meetings are usually on Thursday.
You could have waited
until next week.
Or just schedule something for Monday.
I just don't understand. And so I missed the meeting, and now it's like, oh, he's in danger of being fired because he missed this meeting. And I'm like, see, that right, I see what's happening. As if I didn't just... I've been off since Wednesday, the week prior.
Yeah.
And you want me to come back? I have 75 emails. 75 emails.
I've faced like that before. It's like, I'm coming back. I'm literally checking emails all day. And it's like, you weren't at the meeting this morning. What meeting? The meeting invite you sent 7 days ago when I was on vacation, and
when I was on vacation
of my unread emails, like,
right,
I didn't accept this. Why did you ever think I was coming?
Why did you?
There's so many pieces to it, but
can we put the Kevin Hart thing right here? Help me, nigga.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That makes it okay. So then, there's appreciation, but it's like now you're in a space where that appreciation is becoming something that you value in yourself. Like,
Right.
I look to feel appreciated, right?
Right.
Like I look for people, spaces that value these things.
Right.
But it starts with there's like this top down thing, right? So it's like now that we're looking into work or even our own businesses, it's like, what are our core values? What do you value in your business that you want not just your customers to experience, but it's like these are the things we stand on internally and externally in a sense.
Okay.
So,
core. I think that's the name of the episode. Core values.
Core values.
I think that's the name of the episode. So within the business, within the framework, right? What are the core values of do the core values? Oh, I like this. Do the core values of the person align with the core values of the business? Because I don't feel appreciated in the business, can I hypothesize that if I had known this person personally, that they probably wouldn't appreciate me either?
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe not. I wouldn't say yes, because I'm like, ooh, it says a lot about a person. But I know people who can, like, you think about that, the code switching, and it's like, I can be this for business and I can be this personally. And we, in a perfect world, perfect spaces, all of these things kind of align for a person overall. Like, if you are running a business and you have a heart for community, you're going to have that same heart for community in your business in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
It should show up there. So to say, and it could be a yes, but but the business is much more than the one person that's running it.
Right.
So you got to think about the group of people. Who are the leaders? Who is the board, the leadership model? And It's like, if appreciation isn't a part of the business, is it that maybe this person, it doesn't value appreciation, but what do the other people on the board look like, and how did the core values in a sense get established? Was it this one person that made them, so that I'm gonna leave appreciation out because that's not important to me? So I'm gonna create my business
really
model. Yes, you think about this, but people do that, so you got to think about teams, right?
Okay.
It's funny, I'm working with a client now and kind of like getting them organized in a way, but you think like, okay, here's your vision, here's your mission, and when we're first starting off, it's just us. But once we onboard a team, or once we have people working with us and alongside of us, it's like you want people to buy in to your vision and to your mission. And a part of that is kind of shaping things in a way where they feel like they were inputted in those things. So it's like, all right, I got my vision and mission. Hey, this is where I'm taking my company. This is where it's going. Do you want to join me? Cool, yeah. All right, here's the mission. What are your values? What are things that you align with? And I can have a mindset of what I want my business to look like. And I can screen and kind of talk to people and interview, in a sense, on people looking for certain values and characteristics that align with that. And like, let me see what's important to you, because this is what's important to the business. So let me see what's important to this team member. So when I think about the team that I'm onboarding from Cookie Capture, it's like I'm trying to align them with core values that I already made. But then there's also this space of, once they're onboarded, I want them to feel a part of the mission, a part of the value. I want them to feel like, no, you were a part of this. So tell me what's valuable to you. Let me learn certain pieces of you. So you think about leadership, and I'm thinking more so now about my client. There's this space of like, okay, we can create values on a leadership level for everyone that works on your team. But we can also have a conversation with your team to learn what they value and learn what they think should be important in this space and in this business.
Is that not a part of appreciation, though?
Is it a part of appreciation? Possibly, yeah. It shows up as appreciation.
Right,
like,
okay.
They feel, there's like, you think about, I mean, when I feel appreciated, I feel valued, right?
Right, yeah.
So there's that space in that, but you got to make room for that in a sense, right? It's like, if I'm never asking for your input to put you in this, I'm trying to push a value on you that doesn't align with you at all, like, or that you don't care about,
right,
whatever, and now I'm wondering why you're not showing up for me in ways that I want you to show up for me in.
You see,
so
I hope that they taking notes on this, because this is good. This is good, yo. I have literally, I have literally seen companies like lose great people because they didn't value them the way that they desired to be valued.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, a lot of people, it doesn't take much, right? Like I think a lot of people think that in order to value someone the way that they would like to be valued, they think that they have to go above and beyond and they have to do all of these different things. It's not even that. A simple conversation could literally fix all of that. Jay, can you turn this camera on right here? Yeah. Hit at the top. Hit it at the top. Yeah. No. Flip the screen down, and then you should see the on off switch right there. Yeah. You just push it one time. Yeah. And then just hit that record button, and then zoom in a little bit at the top. Yeah. No. The little knob thing at the top. Nah. I lied to you. On top of the camera. Yep. Right there. Yep. Turn it. The switch. Yeah. Yeah, just hit the record.
Okay.
Perfect. But so we can do that in the middle of a podcast. Like, at first, I would have never wanted to have that conversation. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's got to be perfect.
Like,
I realize
hey,
it doesn't
y'all,
have to be.
This what happened.
We still here. This is because this is real, right? We want to make sure we giving y'all the real. This is how
Yes.
you get the the good stuff.
We had a live audience. You would see all of that.
Absolutely.
You are the live audience.
You would see
We
all of
value
it.
You.
But so a little bit of appreciation doesn't take much, right? So when me and my wife, when we first started dating, I love saying that now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yesterday, me and the wife going to pull up at this.
Me and the wife,
I know your wife's name.
I wrote-
Okay, I love it. All right, I'm here for it.
hey, look, I don't want to say that I'm better than single. I feel like I'm better than single men right now, but I also feel like we're not on the same level.
You're not on the same level. You're not.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say that I'm better than them,
Absolutely
but we
not.
also not on the same level. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a couple of differences in here, big
Woo, just woo.
player. You know what I'm saying? Can you hit record on that one? Yeah, it's a couple of. It's the red button on the back of it.
Yes.
It's a couple of differences in here, player.
Man.
When we first started dating, right? Like I thought that going to open mics was going on dates. It was like, yo, these are dates, right? We going out. I'm paying for you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
You getting on the mic?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I thought those were dates, right? And then I asked her. I was like, here's a question that you can ask yourself. What is it that I need to do to be a better boyfriend at the time, or what is it that I need to do to be a better supervisor to you?
Yeah.
Right. So I asked her that. I said, what do I need to do to be better? She said, I want to go on more dates. I was like, well, we go on dates. She was like, no, that's you working. And I was like, oh,
that's how you see it.
oh, I didn't know that. Now imagine if we would have never had that conversation, right? Because I know what she values now.
Yeah,
She values independently, right? You know what I'm saying?
all your little friends.
Exactly. I'm leaving you right there. You good? You good? All right, cool. You talking
What's
to
up,
Cookie?
man?
All right, yeah. What's good, y'all? Y'all straight? Y'all straight? What up, bro? I come back check on you. Hey, you good? You need a hookah? Hey, can we get a hookah for her, please?
Her some
I'm gonna be
wings
over
and
there.
another drink.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
I thought that was a date. You know what I'm saying? I did. I thought it was a date, but it's not, right?
Yeah.
Then I asked her again, what more can I do? She said, I want more flowers. And I was like, oh, okay. So what her values are different than mine. So it doesn't take much. It just takes us to be aware of those things. And again, they have to be instilled in your core values.
Yeah, they got to be in there. And then, there's the communication of core values. I know one thing, we could get tied up in starting jobs or taking jobs in a sense and not asking those questions. You think about interview questions and you at the end of the interview and it's like, all right, you got anything else for us? And we're focused on money. We're focused on flexibility.
Right.
Those things, but we're not asking questions about like, what's your culture like? What's your work culture like? What are your values like? What are the things that you guys do to keep people connected, to keep people feeling appreciated, whatever? Like, ask those questions.
Gee,
and
that's
see
a
what their
soundbite right
responses
there.
are,
Clip
right?
that.
Man.
Jeez.
So I'm like, I remember an interview I did. I was like, so what do you guys do? It was the middle of the pandemic, and I'm like, so what are you doing to keep your people connected during this time? Like, how are you? I'm like, because I'm real big on teamwork. Once you let me go left, I will go all the way left, and you will wonder why I'm giving you the minimum work because you gave me too much freedom. So, so I'm trying to figure out how you got us all connected in the midst of this, and they really didn't have a plan, and it was something that they were open to, and I was able to bring to the table. But it's like asking them questions because I'm like, yeah, if I would have started off and went in there and I would have okay, I'm here. Oh, y'all don't talk weekly or nothing? Okay, I'm going to just send you little reports and I'm going to go back to my free time. I'm going to book a shoot at lunchtime. That's
Right.
4 hours. Like, but yes.
So okay, so to get to the topic of what we talked about after the last episode, right? Because it aligns with core values. How do you show up professionally in business, right? Because I feel like that has to be in alignment with your core values. Because if you've seen Selling Tampa, right, that joint, or Selling Sunshine or something like that, right? Like some real estate agents now are showing up real, you know what I'm saying? Like I love me a good pencil skirt.
I know what that. Yes,
I
they're
love
like,
me.
like Christine
I love me a good
Stars
pencil
and all
skirt.
that.
You know what I'm
That's
saying? And
it's
a
funny.
curvy look. So like if you're showing up right with your husband and it's a woman realtor and she's, you know, body is, you know, showing and stuff like that, how you feeling?
Like, what you trying to please here? He like, baby, I think we should get the house. And I be like, should we? Should we get the house? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I think I'm gonna find another one and I'm gonna book with somebody else. That's what I'm gonna do, ma'am. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be a little weird. Yeah, it'd be weird. I think about, ooh, yeah. They're like spaces. It's like you gotta know your people in a sense, right? Like, am I coming? Granted, I'm not saying that you should be showing up to spaces like, okay, let me make sure I'm
With this hoodie and these sweatpants on.
yeah, or even like I'm dressing in a way to, I'm not saying we're dressing in ways to appease to men or anything like that, but there are ways to even present yourself so that it's like, oh, in modesty or whatever, so that it aligns with, all right, if I'm working with a couple and it's a married couple in a sense, it's like, okay, I'm not showing up with certain aspects of myself like super revealed and stuff. I don't know this man, I don't know what he deal with, I don't know what type of struggles they got. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna show up in a long blazer. I'm gonna show up in something that's like covering. It's like I'm still me
Right.
and I'm still dressed in a way that's presentable, but in a way where it's like, yeah, my shape not all out there, so that, you know, I don't want no problems. I don't want y'all to go home with no problems in a
Right.
sense, because you don't know what people are struggling with overall. So
Absolutely.
that's how I take them. Yeah. I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know.
All right, so I
way
think
to do
yeah, and listen, I can't say, you know, we as men, we don't really have those problems. I mean, other than like a muscle shirt or something like that,
Yeah.
that, you know, a collar shirt that's a little too tight, you know what I'm saying, something like that.
This
I don't
shirt
know.
too small. And then be like, because we look at that
Right.
like, this shit a little
You know what I'm
too
saying?
small.
I mean, if you show up with the tight muscle shirt and you flexing your chest too, like yeah, so you want this house, right here, that one right
Yeah,
there.
y'all don't have them issues. It's wild. Not a whole lot. The main thing, guys will get like, you can deal with guys in business or real estate in a sense who like are flirty or something,
Right.
But very compliment the lady or something
Mm-hmm.
like that a lot, which will throw a man that's with her off like, I don't think I like this house, babe.
Right.
I know I said I.
He
wanted
said
to
he
go
like your
around with the-
outfit. Why you don't like my
You don't
outfit,
like
bro?
my outfit? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the
You
only
know,
one you
that's
see.
the only one. That's the only outfit you saw,
It's
bro. It's my wife's outfit.
about those
You looking
things.
too damn
So
hard.
many ways, but there are ways. But then there's the way of you come in, you're dressed in a way that's like, dang, this person must really sell houses, right? Like you think about, I think somebody had this analogy or something before. It's like you're looking to buy a multi-million-dollar home or something like that, and your real estate agent pulls up in like a hoopty, and what are you thinking? Like you could think like, can you
Perception matters,
yeah,
though.
perception is like, can you really sell me this house, or where did they get you from? Like
How would you feel though? What would your
how-
response be? Because
hard.
I'm conflicted because the car that a person drives doesn't necessarily
mean
equate
anything.
to their skill set. I'm
Yeah.
also of the mindset that like if you really out here selling houses, why you got this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what?
So it leaves room for questioning. I mean, I could say, granted, me as a person, and even I would say you as a person, we're not looking at that like, okay, that's something to
Right.
put focus on. But you think about the majority of a lot of their clientele are looking for people who kind of look like them, and it's like, I want to be confident in your ability to sell my house, or
Right.
to sell me a house, get me the best deal, or whatever the case. So, yeah.
Absolutely. So 50 Cent raised that question before, and he painted a beautiful scenario, right? He was like, imagine if you pull up to a stoplight and it's a Ferrari sitting right there, right? And you pull up and you in a 1997 Honda Civic, is beat up, the paint is scratched, it's got a dent in the side of the door where you on, the headlights don't work, the back window is like taped up, stuff like that, and you signal over to the guy with the Ferrari, hey, roll the window down. I want to talk. He's not gonna roll that window down. There's no chance he's gonna roll that window down.
It's very slim, right?
But you put yourself in that same situation. That same got that red light with the Ferrari. You pull up in a Lamborghini and you say, hey, roll the window down. He's probably going to roll the window down because he feels like you have something of value to say. So how you present yourself matters when it comes to business.
Yeah, so you think like, so we take it from a material standpoint now, and you think like, okay, you are working in services or whatnot. You're thinking about, so we're thinking emails, we're thinking the way we type, we're thinking the way we talk and all of that stuff, right? The way we communicate. As a tax expert, right? If I am making typos in my emails or my documents, right? You're not going to trust me to do your taxes. If I'm talking to you in broken grammar and all of this stuff and and yes and okay, kind of look all over the place, you're not going to trust me with your books. So
Absolutely.
There's an etiquette piece of it where there's like, okay, outside of the material stuff, there are ways that we got to present ourselves in general so people know. Like, you walk into a restaurant, if the countertop is dirty or you see a fly flying around, like, where's your mind? If a fly is flying around in a restaurant, what are you thinking?
It's about to land on my food. What if it lands on my food?
How many flies y'all got in here? Is this
Right.
place clean? Is this a good establishment? Should I be here? Right.
Right.
So you think about those things, or if the person at the front that you walk into the place, you what steakhouse? I don't know. What is it?
Outback.
Outback.
BJ's.
BJ's. Charlie Palmer. Right. Let's say
Ruth Chris.
Ruth Chris. We can go Ruth Chris. Okay, you walk in, you got the white tablecloth and linen on the tables.
Right.
And the hostess is like, say the hostess got on a sweatshirt, suit and jeans. And like, yeah, you want me to check your coat? And you're like, I got a table for such and such. You're not looking at this person like, you work here? Do you?
Yeah, I'm gonna think you're trying to trick me and you want to steal my coat.
Something is happening. Right? It's like, I don't really know.
You want to steal my coat
about this one,
right?
You know, so they have uniforms, so they're up there in their all black or black and white, whatever, in a way to present the business to the, kind of like that
in a professional way.
In a professional way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to learn how to speak the language of the people that you wish to do business with.
Yeah.
I think that is an undervalued skill for entrepreneurs, for creatives, for artists in general, because you can't just be an artist and think that you're going to get particular type of events based sheerly off of your artistry. Mm-hmm. You have to know how to communicate, and that is a part of building those transformational relationships versus transactional. Because if you go in there and you talking about, Mo, because you know what I'm saying, like, I'm Josh Smooth with it, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the mic. And, people be messing with me and resonating with me and stuff like that. And, you say aura instead of R, and you say ambulance.
Yeah. And I'm like
you got to know how to enunciate them words.
Yeah. Especially on a business level. There's one thing with like audiences. It's like it might be a thin line between it, because there's a way to present it in a present things in professional ways so that you create a smooth experience. Like workflows, you think about workflows and how things are easy for people. Like, I shouldn't, as a customer, be asking you a bunch of questions to get clarity on processes and things that you have in place. You should make that clear to me, right? Like,
absolutely.
I shouldn't be in a text or email battle with you like, okay, hey, so, do you deliver? And then it's like you giving me pushback like, well, we don't deliver. It's kind of rude of you to. It's like, I don't. Let's just answer the question and kind of keep it moving. Or like, oh, I didn't see your policy. Or, oh, I don't know. I didn't know to pay the invoice before I asked you a question about whether or not you can do this service or whatnot. So, you think about those things. Oh, dang, I kind of lost my train of thought. Oh, okay. But this line between so when I think about my tax stuff, like, everybody doesn't know the language of the IRS. of finance, of accounting, of photography, of all of these things. You don't know the language of it. So I can't, there's a line of, you can't always expect your clientele to iterate. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm a presenting professional. I'm going to give them the words that I have. We can't expect them to know our language in a sense. So there's a way of, I got to adjust it so that you can understand me, but not to the point where I'm taking my stuff and making it so kind of run down where you don't trust me in my work.
Right. And you got to be able to explain that as though you would explain it to a child.
Yeah.
That because like and I don't have any legal things that I'm dealing with, but like when lawyers get into the whence, herein, and thou
Like,
forevermore, I'd be like, yo, listen. What's the plea deal? What's the plea? Tell the judge to run the plea deal back to me. Because whence for, and if you thou have not done this, I don't know. So learn to speak the language of the people that you wish to do business with, and when you speak a particular language, and you are you're at a point where you still want to be yourself, right? Yeah. You don't want to water down and wash down who you are. You still want to make sure that you're yourself, but then also you're showing up in a professional manner so that you can get business. Yeah. So that you can send emails and have conversations intellectually.
How do you think that's done? What do you think adds or helps people to do that, right? What kind of mindset is needed in order to...
Oh, that's a good question. That's a $5 million question. I think... this is how you buy time.
Yes. Well, I can go first,
Yeah, go first. Okay,
so
do that.
About there like an openness to understanding your clients. Like you gotta be open, and you gotta be open to understanding people, your clients in general, right? Like before this is how I'm gonna write it up. Like try to think about, okay, where's this person coming from? What's their background? How much do I know about them? What kind of communications have been given to me so far, so that I can and try to meet them? Kind of so like openness to understanding in a sense. I would say like having that and you're having a mindset like that helps in a lot of those situations.
Okay.
So
I would agree with you. Definitely an openness to understanding.
Seeking it too. It's like I gotta search for it. Let me.
Yeah. Yeah, and when you're open to understanding them, I think you kind of put yourself in a position to where you make them feel appreciated. Right, back to that word appreciation. You make them feel appreciated for what they're doing. Right. Yeah. It's one of the things that even with like. Talking about getting that repeat and referral business, right? How do you make your clients and your customers feel appreciated? And do you say thank you so much for doing business with me? It was such a pleasure, and I'm grateful for the opportunity, right? Letting them know that you're grateful for the opportunity. And again, that's all business practices, right? And I think that going back to our original thing, that has to be within your core values. If you don't value your customers, then why would you send them a thank you card? Why would you send them?
Right. If that's not something that you're worried about.
Exactly.
If your goal is I'm out here to get money.
Right.
I'm getting money. And that's all you focus on, then it's like that's why that is missing. So that's where the pyramid, or you think about strategic planning in a sense, and it's like, okay, I got vision, and then mission kind of flows into the vision, and then core values kind of sit under that. These are the things that we kind of value or model ourselves around in order to meet this vision in a sense. And then everything that you do should kind of tie into one of those core values. You think about all your goals, all the goals.
I gotta listen to this back because I want to write down what you just said. I want to write down what you just said. Dang it, I'm mad that I didn't have. I got to write that down because that's a teaching point. I think that's definitely a teaching point. And I feel like, right, like our core values synonymous. Our professional and personal core values synonymous. I really want to know that from a couple of different people. Yeah, absolutely. Because that's a really, really good question. Okay. All right. I like that. So have you been in a space where someone did not show up professionally the way that you expected them to, and it turned you off from doing business, wanting to do business with them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Have I been in a space where yes, I reached out to someone in the services industry to partner with for a shoot, and I needed. I'm not going to get too specific, but it was like, hey, I got a shoot on such and such day. This is the service that your site says you offer. Can you do this for me? Well, I can say it was a stylist. So I'm like, can you do this? Can you accommodate a shoot with a theme like this? And they're like, yeah, totally, absolutely. They get the look together, little mood board, all of this stuff, send it over, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then they're like, my brain when I contract people out is make my job easy. Like I'm trying to delegate a task over to you,
Right.
so I don't have to do it. So this hence here, it's like, okay, I can be the photographer who comes up with the outfit and all of that stuff myself, or I can get somebody to handle that part of this job, so I can focus on the photography aspect of it. And they like send me links. They're like, okay, I said, client, they're good with the look, and they send me a bunch of links, and I'm like, okay, what's this? What's this for? And they're like, oh, you go in, you purchase the stuff, and they get sent to you, and I can show up on that day. And it was like, okay. But the experience was like, I'm like confused now. I'm like, well, I don't know how your process is, because in my brain, well, I've worked with stylists before, and it's like they would always there's this line of, I send you the job, you come up with the looks, you get them together,
Right.
and then you show up to the shoot or whatever with
And
everything that we need, right?
Exactly.
It's never a, okay, I'm gonna send all of this back to you, you get this stuff together, you figure it out, and then I'll meet you there and I'll put it on. And it's like,
Right.
okay. So I took myself as like, okay, well, I didn't know her process. Well, it's like, well, why didn't I know her process? So I'm trying to, it was like this battle of me trying to be a client and like step back, like, okay, let me just ask questions for understanding. But there was a lot of like of me questioning to get information on clarity, so I can, well, what does she do? Like maybe I just got the wrong mindset of what type of business she does. So let me try to understand more. And the more questions I asked, it was like, now it's like fees that are coming up. It's like, oh yeah, well I can look it up for you. It's gonna cost I can get everything for you, so it's gonna cost extra. Or you can pay half for everything and then it's gonna cost extra. And I'm like, okay, but then who keeps the stuff? Like, do you have
Right.
a document that kind of lays all this out so I know exactly what you're doing and
Right.
what's happening? But because of it was like she didn't have anything on paper, and it was just like okay, all right, I'm trying to keep up, and I got a little frustrated with the process, and it was just like, you know what, it's fine, I'll just pay you for the look, and just for looking the look up, like I'm gonna pay you because you looked it up. I'll take the links,
it up.
that part, and I'll figure it out from here. But now I know what your specialty is, and I know what to use you for.
So
and what to
she's
not
not
use for.
communicating exactly what her offer and what her specialty is.
Yeah, so the
Right.
communication was off. And so I found myself like, it was like, okay, I'm asking a bunch of questions. Okay, later on, after I've committed, after I've paid, like, because in the beginning it was like, yeah, you pay the deposit, this is what I can offer. Here's the deposit amount. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll send a deposit, lock me in. And then all this other stuff was coming out, and it was like, okay, all right, I kind of.
And it's just like the nickel and dime thing.
Yeah,
where
it
it's
was
just
like,
oh yeah,
okay,
this too, then
you want
this
me to
fee.
show up to the shoot? Well, if you want me to show up to the shoot, it's going to be additional. And it's like, you didn't say that when I.
Right.
Shoot.
I was in a situation where I did not communicate properly what I wanted from someone. That's why now I do my impact filters to let you know. When I first started my entrepreneurial journey, I was doing a comedy show, right? And I was like, I'm gonna host a comedy show. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring some comedians in. Me and this girl, and she kept asking me, hey, how much is everything gonna cost? And I was like, don't worry about how much it's going to cost. Just help me sell the tickets. You know what I'm saying? The tickets will pay for it. These tickets will pay for that. We ain't got to worry about how much it costs. She's like, well, how much is it going to cost? I was like, just help me sell the tickets, right? That's all you got to do. Just help me sell the tickets. That's it. And if anything comes up short, I'll pay. You ain't got to worry about that. I'm going to pay for that. She's like, oh, okay. All right, good. So come the day of the show, right? I look at her and I go, hey, where's the money at, from the tickets that you sold? She was like, huh? She said, oh, you wanted that? Well, yeah. You know, that's usually how it works. She said, well, that's why I was asking you how much is everything going to cost, because I would have gave you some of it. You would have gave me some of it? What do you...
No.
What do you mean you would have gave me some of it?
If you needed some of the money, my ticket.
I said, well, where's the money at? She said, I used it for a down payment on my car.
Oh, bless her heart.
Well, where's our car?
Where's our car?
Is that our car out front?
Give me the keys. Give me the keys.
Or break the key in half and give me my share. Did it come with 2 keys? Because I need one of them.
Where's the spare? Oh, gosh.
Communication, right?
Communication.
Oh, my goodness. I didn't know. See, I didn't know that I had to communicate with her that, hey, if you're selling tickets for an event, you don't use the money that's not profit yet. We haven't even paid for we haven't even paid for the venue. I lost $1,700 on that event. My very first event, I lost $1,700. I hope it's broke down by now. I hope that car is trash.
Oh my God.
But yeah, communication. But I was like, yo, where's the what's understood don't have to be said?
Yeah, there is not that. That does not.
No.
There is not that in business. That does not exist in business. That's the thing. Like it's ghetto.
I told her. I said, listen.
It's so sad, but people. Oh my God, I have people that I've worked with before who are not used to paperwork, and I remember making documents for stuff that didn't have documents, and them all like they would Cookie act like she got to make a document for everything. I'm like, no. If this is what we're agreeing to, we're gonna write it down. I don't want no problem. I've been in plenty of situations, or even hearing stories like stuff like that. It's like, let's just make it super clear. So we always got something to go back to. So we always have something. Hey, I want to make sure we understand we are on the same page. And there's this piece of it where it's more so on you, the business owner, right? It's not on the client. It's not on the business partner, your teammates, any of that. It's on us to like make sure a lot of that stuff. So it's like when stuff like that hits the fan, it's like, I'm gonna take the L and I'm gonna fix it.
Yeah, I had to take the L. I had to fix it, and it was crazy because I said to her, I was like, yo, that's like if you say I'm about to go to the mall and I say to you, hey, look, since you're going, can you return this shirt? And you go, yeah, I'll return it for you. But then you spend the money from the return. It might be dead. If it's dead, it's cool. But you spend the money from the return. Like, I know I didn't tell you not to spend the money, but come on, yo.
Oh, or like,
come on, yo.
Oh, I'm going to the store. Y'all want something to eat? Oh yeah, can you give me some chips? I only got this 50. Here's some money.
Right, and then you keep the change.
And you keep all my change on my $1.50 bag of chips. And it's like,
yo, what's happening?
I filled up my gas tank and stuff. Our gas is in your car. Okay, that's cool. All right, I know who my Uber is.
Bruh. Oh my gosh, when I tell you it's crazy, it is crazy. Yeah. But yeah, I did not communicate with her what I needed from her, which was probably my fault. So I'll take that. I'm not, I'm not too mad at it. I'm mad at it.
Oh wow. Stuff like that for me will make me look at myself like, Cookie, what the heck? How did you miss this? Like, it's like I be mad at myself. Yeah. Like, I didn't even think about this. Okay, let me grace myself because because we got that line of like, yo, you my homie. I don't understand why you didn't understand how this works.
How this was supposed to work. Like
I gotta write this down for you.
Yeah. And we went to the same church, and so after church was over, man, that Sunday. I've never seen somebody exit a church so fast in my entire life, yo. I look back, I saw her, I was like, oh, she's here at church. Great. I get to see her and talk to her about this. Yes, soon as it was over, we did our little prayer and stuff like that. I opened my eyes, turned around, Shawty was gone. I was like, oh, did she leave during the prayer? Shawty left during the prayer. Her and her daughter. They was gone. I was like, oh, no, you didn't. You're just gonna take my money and play me? Ooh.
Yeah, the Lord be telling us we got.
You still owe me money. You know who you are. If you ever see this, I'm gonna just post this. I hope you see this one day. You owe me money, and you know how much. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Anything that you have going on? Anything? Any sales that you got going on? Any classes, courses, anything like that you got coming up? We got some stuff coming up with the Moxie. Yeah. Talk to us. What's going on with the Moxie?
We are second Wednesday. Second Wednesdays, we're having a entrepreneurial happy hour, a professionals happy hour. Second Wednesday at the Moxie on K Street. I think it's 1011 K Street, Northwest.
Yep.
But you can look up Moxie Hotel and it'll come up. But meet
Bam.
us there at 4 o'clock. 4 to 7, we'll be there.
At 4 o'clock. We're going to help you get in your bag.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We're going to help you get in your bag. If you're an entrepreneur, come through, pull up. It's going to be an amazing time.
Podcast questions, all of the stuff. There'll be drink specials too.
All of the stuff is, yo. Just come down. Come down, bring your friend, bring your questions, stuff like that. I need to I'm going to put that on the app Meetup because Meetup is really good. It's a really good app for that, and then I'll send that out to UPC, the Urban Professionals Community, and DMV, so we can do a little something with them.
And then, speaking of, this is great. Somebody hit me up from that podcast a couple weeks ago, I guess, for a photo shoot.
For real?
Yes.
They watched it.
So excited.
Did they
mention the podcast?
They mentioned the podcast. Let's go.
Like, hey,
somebody got a free photo shoot from the podcast. Yo, that's dope. Oh, I like it.
The funny thing is, I didn't communicate an expiration date in the podcast, so somebody might hit me up in 2-3 years, like, hey, Kibby, and what am I going to say?
Like, yeah, I'm not doing that no more.
Expired.
We can put it in the comments. We gotta put it in the description.
At the end of the season, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, y'all. At the end of the season,
I like it. At the end of the season,
never refresh to it. When we refresh to a new season, don't call me about that photo shoot. No.
All right, y'all. Look, man, we're going to wrap this thing up, yo. Thank y'all so much for joining. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment. We want to know what your thoughts are. Make sure you like this video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, yo. Don't just watch the video and not subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. It don't cost you nothing to hit the subscribe button. Matter of fact, I want you to create 3 emails and subscribe. It don't cost you nothing to hit the button. Bow. We're going to put that on the thing. It don't cost you nothing to hit the button. We got it. It don't cost you nothing to hit the subscribe button, yo. Hit that button, create 3 emails, subscribe 3 different times. We just try and get to 1,000 subscribers, yo, so that we can, you know what I'm saying, start doing it real big time, yo. We appreciate y'all, man. Y'all know what this is. It's In My Bag with Backpack Jeff and Cookie B. You got her and you got me. Until next time.